Welcome back to Kat's Kitchen, and we have another King's breakfast for you today. Today we have banana and chocolate pancakes. So I had some bananas that were in the freezer, and if you've ever done that before, you know they get awfully brown or black. So, and they're very, very mushy. But this is a recipe that's perfect for that. I know a lot of people use their frozen bananas for smoothies because obviously once they're that soft, you're limited on what you can do with it, but you can bake with it really well too. So you can do breads, pancakes like what we're doing today. So we're just going to slip these bananas out of their skins. And I just have 3 that were in our freezer. And then I have one that's fairly ripe that we'll use for more so for decoration at the end. So this is a pretty simple recipe. I'll leave it for you guys down below. You just need milk, salt, baking powder, flour, sugar, and I always like to add a little bit of vanilla in there as well. And you can also top it with some nuts. You can put some nuts inside because this recipe is it'll taste similar to like a banana nut bread with chocolate in it. And if you don't like the nuts or you don't like the chocolate, you can definitely leave those out. That's no big deal. All right, so next what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna mash these up a little bit, which obviously they're very soft. And this just kind of helps using a potato masher. If you want to use little beaters, you can too, but honestly, this is really easy. This isn't a big deal at all. But you know what? Maybe I was going to say, we'll just do it by hand today. And then I'll switch over to a whisk. Just give these a really good whisk. All right, next we're gonna start adding in, I was going to add in, since we started with the bananas, all of our wet ingredients first. So I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of vanilla, 1 egg, we're gonna get that combined first. One tablespoon of sugar. I know some people like to use brown sugar in replacement, so if you want to use brown sugar instead, go ahead. Just has a little molasses in it, so it gives it more depth of flavor. I'm going to get that sugar and your wet ingredients creamed together. For our dry ingredients, I have a sieve here. I'm going to place that down, and we're going to pass all of our dry ingredients through our sieve just to make them a lot more light and fluffy. So we need 1 cup of flour, we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we need 1 teaspoon of our baking powder. And then you just take it here and tap it. Just makes it nice, light, and fluffy. And if you have any bits that are left over, just push them through. And then that way you'll get the same ratio of ingredients that you need, but everything's gonna be fine powder. Next, we're just gonna mix this up. And in the meantime, I'm going to drop some butter into our skillet over here. Just a knob of butter in there. And I'm going to put that on about a 7. Let that heat up. You want to preheat your pans. choice. I just have some 85% dark chocolate. I usually keep some in the freezer. And there's two different ways you can do this. You can shave it. If you have, pan's getting hot, nice and hot. If you have a little peeler, you can actually shave chocolate in there, which that's going to be really fine, obviously. That's one way to do it. If you want bigger chunks, all you have to do is break it up. So I'm just going to put it back in its wrapping. And this is a little bit of a fast job here. Then I'll just take my rolling pin and just kind of roll it over it. I'm just going to add in a little bit just to get that banana bread kind of feel and flavor. Just a little bit. And it also helps give it some texture as well. Butter has started to brown. Whenever it starts to brown like this, actually it brings out a nutty flavor in your butter. So it's really, really good. Any time that you can brown your butter before you cook anything is always the best thing to do. Even if you're just making anything sweet or savory, it doesn't necessarily matter. Definitely give it a try. Even if you're sauteing vegetables, brown your butter first and see how lovely it really is. Next, I'm just scraping our bowl to make sure that we got everything incorporated. And then we're gonna drop our pancakes. I don't do perfectly round pancakes. I never had the knack for that. But if you want them perfectly round, I would use a measuring cup. Don't want to overcrowd your pan, so I'll just do 3 at a time for right now. I turned our flame back to about a 4. It was on a 7 while it was preheating. So yeah, we're just gonna let these cook now. Obviously they'll start to bubble in the middle when the middle is cooking, and then once they're nice and golden brown, we'll flip them over. So it'll probably take about, for the speed we have them on, about 3 or 4. It'll probably take about at least a minute or 2 on each side. So we'll see you guys back here whenever it's all complete. Alright guys, so we just decided to have some eggs alongside of our pancakes. So we have this little nifty egg pan. It's so little, but it holds 3 eggs, so it's perfect for us. And I'm just salt and peppering them because they're all done now. Comes with a little lid, so it almost steams it perfectly. So I'm just going to get in here, try to get them out best as I can without breaking it. But it does slip out of there very easily. And I use a little bit of spray in that pan just to make it easier. So here we have it, guys. Our banana, walnut, and dark chocolate pancakes with the side of an egg. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.